This story is so very cool.
Yes.
Cowboy Up. It's a unique horsemanship, wellness, and skill set restructuring program based in Santa Fe, free to all post 9/11 veterans and active military, especially those who have sustained PTSD, physical injuries, or have experienced combat trauma during their time serving our great country.
From day one, veterans are hands-on with the horses, beginning with groundwork and progressing to riding, as well as participating in other aspects of ranch life, including working cattle and, more importantly, experiencing the camaraderie with cowboys who are veterans themselves. Here's a look at one veteran's story with Horses for Heroes.
Horses are non-threatening. They're a majestic, magnificent creature. We see guys that and gals find a great sense of inner peace and calmness as they start listening to the breathing of the horse, and they start grooming the horse, and they start being around the horse as much. Something magical starts happening with that connection that's hard to actually put into words, but it's palpable. You can feel it. You can feel that connection.
My name is Sterling Buckles, and I was a Lance Corporal with 2nd Battalion, 1st Marines, and I was injured in Operation Iraqi Freedom. I was actually hit in the head by a sniper bullet that penetrated through my helmet and collapsed the right side of my skull, and it was just a blessing that that I survived it and got medevaced right away to Baghdad, where there was an Army brain surgeon gave me brain surgery to take all the fragments of the skull out of my brain and then put in 2 titanium plates. Coming back, I was diagnosed pretty much right away with 100% PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. And so, to say the least, life has been really difficult. Horses for Heroes program has been a real blessing to my life, to where now I feel like I have more of a purpose. That's a big thing coming back, is you were so important while you were serving in the military that you come back and you don't feel like you really have a purpose anymore in life, or that you're really behind the other 20-something-year-old people that, you know, had done other choices with their lives. If I come down here and I feel really anxious and just filled with anxiety and nervous, and, you know, I spend a little bit of time with the horse, it seems like the horse calms me down and my anxiety level just starts to really drop. So you're not really caring about yourself the whole time, but you're caring about something else. Really kind of gives me you know, a good sense of accomplishment, and at the end of the day you're tired, but it's a good tired.
Wow. That's incredible. Well, ultimately, the program is self-sustaining by the veteran participants themselves as they complete the skills required for the different phases of the Cowboy Up program.
This allows veterans to become program instructors and, under the volunteer mentorship of working ranch cowboys, raise and train the horses that are the program horses for future veterans coming into the program. And funding is an essential part of the success of this program. And joining us now is Rick Iannucci, the Executive Director of Cowboy Up, to tell us how you can help.
Rick, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Really appreciate.
Incredible. This
yeah,
is
I really
amazing.
appreciate what you do for our veterans.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about this program and what makes it different from other sort of rehabilitative programs using horses.
Sure. A couple things that are really significant is that the first thing is that being a faith-based, spirit-driven program, we're into the whole healing, body, mind, and spirit. That's first. And we realize that all those things, coming from my background as an ex-Green Beret, I know that those 3 healing modalities need to occur at once and simultaneous, body, mind, and spirit. Second thing is that we're a skill set restructuring program. We're not a traditional horse therapy, kumbaya deal.
Right.
This is Cowboy 101
right.
for guys that, and you know, we're essentially giving these guys and gals a new mission. And I've got some strong gals in this program too. And my wife, Nancy DeSantis, who's the co-director, has a women's program that we also run Wisdom Within. But this particular program, and they do come from that program into the Cowboy program. So it's a fully integrated program in that respect. The other thing that we do is we have our own bunkhouse there, and it's vets teaching vets. So you have that kind of camaraderie there.
Yeah.
It's a self-paced, objective-based program, so there's no competition. You know, we recognize that PTSD is a tagline that they've been attaching to too many of our guys and gals, and And what we've discovered is that it's really post-traumatic spiritual dissonance that we need to address. We can do a lot of that with the camaraderie that we have there.
Wow. So do you have working relationships with ranches and cattlemen, maybe not at your area, but across the state?
You bet. We went from being, once we built the bunkhouse, we went from being a regional program to being a national program. And we can only do that because we got the buy-in early on from a good friend of mine, Karen Cowan, who is the director of the New Mexico Cattle Growers Association. So Karen and I worked together for a lot of years. We did the legislature together, and she's like a sister to me. And we got together, and we already had 2 ranches that were across from us who had stepped up and said, hey, we want to help. We love what you're doing. The Bonanza Creek Ranch, where they make all the movies, and the Staple Cross Ranch from Mr. Henry McKinley. So we already had 2 buy-in, and then the next guy that rolled in was the Singleton Ranch. Grant and Connie Mitchell said, hey, we'll step up. But these are the member ranches of the Cattle Growers Association. So we've been able to establish a community of love and respect and honor, and these are true patriots that are out there that have really allowed us to take this program from just being an arena program to the next level, where we're working, working cattle, going to spring branding, and it's revenue neutral to the ranches. We promise them that we're just not. They just provide an opportunity, and we tell them we're not bringing anybody. We're not bringing Beavis and Butthead out to your place.
Good. Right. Well, we're not done yet. When we come back from the break, we're going to be talking about a very special event going on. We're also getting a sneak preview of a performance